All right. Here we go. Yes. Starting this live transmission of spirit. I welcome all of you, explorers of consciousness. Those of you on a spiritual journey wanting to learn this knowledge. Remember your true self, your higher identity. You awakened and understood, discovered there's a spiritual war. And a big part of that spiritual war is the Anunnaki and the Reptilians. And we'll be talking about that tonight. Yes. We make sure everything is good. It looks like we got sound. We got lights. Well, this light's not on me. I mean, we usually use this light. Let me see if that helps. Maybe. It might cause a... Let me move my mic closer. Sorry guys, I should have done this first. It's all good. Because it's going to be good tonight. You came at the right time, Holy Ones. Let me check in on, we got everything else. Can you guys let me know, someone let me know that the sound is okay, the connection's okay. So we're rolling. Looks like we're rolling. Somebody mute King Sargon. All right, so we're already starting early, or actually it's a little bit late. Sorry, guys. Thank you for spending your Saturday night with me, and we're ready to rock and roll. Is there a shadow back there in my... It's on this side. I think it'll be okay. Looks like it's okay. So there's not over 99 plus alien races in this spiritual war. And so we're not going to go over all the races, but what we're going to do is talk about the main ones who are given the human race, the earth. And what we're talking about is the Indigo Children who are part of this, of the guardians, the guardian angels. So let me just make sure I have that diagram, because we're going to be referring to the time matrix diagram. And it helps all of us. It helps me teach, and it helps people learn. It's like a tool. And yeah, it looks like we got that. So I appreciate you. Looks like we're all situated. Thank you for being here with me tonight. And this is a, let's say, a drama. And this is an ancient drama, you guys. This is something that's didn't happen yesterday in the New Age channeling movement, okay? This is, in some people's terms, ancient. It's actually super ancient. When we say 950 billion years, okay? And first of all, I want to start off right away. Some people are going to accuse me of just making stuff up, right? That's going to be the first trigger, the first response, because I'm not following your story, your information, your source. Our source. We're transparent, okay? This is coming from a huge, and I do mean huge, encyclopedias of knowledge. Okay? It's called the Emerald Covenant, or you could say Emerald Order, who's brought these teachings. It's not coming from Earth, you guys. It's not coming from Zachariah Ascension. All right? It's not coming from religion. It's not coming from New Age. This is coming from the inner Christ, the inner God freedom teachings. Also called innerchristos, the law of one. It's not an earth thing, it's a sacred universal thing. And so they break down. They talk about these aliens. They talk about the fallen angels. Okay? So this is something that you can check for yourself and see if you resonate with. We suggest that you do that. I recommend, Holy Ones, that you check starting with the Voyager's information. There's a it's called Voyager's 1, and there's a Voyager's 2. You don't have to go buy the book on Amazon. You just go get the free PDF. This is by our teacher, Iyasha Ashana, speaker number 1 of the Guardian Alliance. Okay, Guardian Alliance. Okay, we're talking about aliens tonight. Those are the good guys. Now, there's the good guys, the Indigo Children, the Starseeds, and over here, you got the Galactic Federation, representing a different agenda, a different creed. The Anunnaki, and they're actually, we want to start with who actually created the Anunnaki, who actually created the Reptilians. And that would be the Annu Elohim. Maybe that's familiar to you, Elohim. Anu, as in the race that was, it's a hybrid race. It's part cat, part aquatic ape. You've probably never seen an aquatic ape or pictures of an aquatic ape. So it's combined, has some cat features, some ape features, and it's aquatic. Aquatic ape. That's what the Annu Elohim are. And they're from this planet originally. Originally, everything came out of Lyra. So there was a planet in Lyra called Vega. And that's where these, oh, actually, Avion, sorry. That's the Reptilians, Vega. Avion is where the Annu Elohim came from. And it's the Annu Elohim, you know, they're all these ETs in the higher realms, they're geneticists. Genetic DNA splicers, mixers, creators. This is not a problem for higher beings in higher realities. And so they created a race actually in the 11th dimension called the Jehovian Anunnaki. Okay? That's what they're talked about. That's what they're called in the Voyager's books, in the Emerald Covenant teachings. That's what they're called. The Jehovian Anunnaki. Now there's a distinction because there's different Anunnaki races, you guys. And we're going to be talking about those tonight too. Those ones, we're not talking, that's not the ones from the title of this video. Those are the ones from Nibiru, and they're hybrids. They're not the purebloods. They're half Anunnaki, not a full Anunnaki. You get it? Just like me, I'm not Hispanic only, and I'm not white only. I'm both. I'm a hybrid. So that's not what you call a hybrid, but a mixed, DNA. And so they're a mixed DNA. I mean, come on, Annu Elohim is an aquatic ape, feline aquatic ape. Feline aquatic apes. And the Reptilians are originally called, they're creators. The ones who created the Reptilians is a higher race in the 10th dimension called the Omicron. Dragon-Moth. They're described as Dragon-Moths, so they're called Dragon-Moths. The Omicron is the original, you could say, reptilian. And so this race themselves created a race under them, which we're probably more familiar with. Most of you probably never heard of Annu Elohim or Omicron Dragon-Moths. They created the dragons, technically Drakon. Drakon, and this is where actually you get the word Draconian from Drakon, Draconian. It's spelled with a K by the Guardians, Drakonian. So Draconians coming from dragon means it's an affiliation. All those from this race are affiliated with the Omicron Dragon-Moths. Those are the daddies, the creator God. Okay, they created children to do their bidding. Same with the Annu Elohim created the Anunnaki to do their bidding. And we're going to talk about that in detail tonight. That's what tonight's video is about. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being brave to explore other ideas that you're probably maybe not have heard of. And that's okay. That's okay, because what I said at the beginning, we're in a spiritual war, and true knowledge is forbidden. Okay? So it is the Christos, coming out of the Christos. Remember I said that at the beginning. This is coming out of the Christos information. The Emerald Covenant, Emerald Order people, the blue flame. And actually the Annu Elohim are from the blue flame. Notice the word, it's Elohim, but it's a fallen version of Elohai. So the Elohim, this is what is in the Bible. This is what is called Jehovah. This is what's called Yahweh. Okay, this is a matrix. This is a race of people, not a single person, individual alien or something. This is coming from dark avatars. And we're going to show the diagram and explain what an avatar is, because we're living in Earth at the incarnate level. Okay, we're here at the arcane. Then there's incarnate level, and then there's a higher, it's called density matter. A higher density matter called the soul level. The next one's the oversoul, and then the avatars. Some of them are good, serving unconditional love, sacred universal law of one. And what's against that? What's against life? The fallen angels, the chaos, vampire, take, destroy, murder, sacrifice, kill. Okay, that's where the difference is between the indigo starseeds, the indigo adepts, the guardians, and the fallen angels, the naughty dark aliens. They're having dominion. They have caused atrocities. I get lots of messages saying how good the Anunnaki are. Sorry, that's a distortion. Okay. Oh, they're nice and they're not white. They created the Latinos and black peoples. Distortion coming out of the Zachariah Ascension camp. As soon as you say that, we know exactly where you get your information from. Or maybe it's some website or other author who has taken some of Zachariah's and put it out online. But just realize the person that came out with this first, this distortion, which is also affiliated with the Illuminati. Zachariah Ascension is affiliated with the Illuminati. So just understand that this might not go against some of the information that you're aware of. So to say that they created the black people or the brown people is nonsense. We talk about the races. This is a huge genetic experiment happening on Earth. A hybridization. You know what that means? That means you're taking this race and adding other races to it, making a super race. That's what Earth is all about from day one. We didn't evolve from pond scum, honey. We didn't evolve from apes. This is something that we came to Earth. We're not from Earth. We came to Earth and started a genetic hybridization. Now, it didn't help that the fallen Anunnaki, they're fallen. They're not good guys. They're not the creator gods from Sumeria. Understand? Oh, they say they're your creator gods. They're not your gods. They're creator gods. So they came in and messed with the guardian hybridization project. They messed with the DNA. They corrupted, influenced, changed the DNA. Now, this is part of the angelic war that's going on. I just want to check chat, make sure everything's smooth and good. Guardians, I can't see your whole name, but Guardians, thank you of the new something. Thank you, Holy One. Much respect. Thank you for supporting this work, this channel. You guys, I do this full time, no joke. I mean, how many of you, raise your hand, work 18 hours a day? Maybe it's between 14 to 18 hours a day because it just depends on what I'm doing. Literally, no joke, no exaggeration. Thank you for supporting this work, Holy One. And actually, never mind. I'll talk about that. There was another one. Simone K gifted 5 Christos Avatar memberships. Thank you, Holy One, for supporting Christos Avatar. And thank you to your sponsor, you guys, who now you have a membership. And I have 2 diagrams now. I just wanted to say that. Because if you're a new member, if it's the beginning tier, that is, you still have access to the older time matrix diagram. You guys, I have a new diagram now, 2024. And I completely revamped it, added double the amount of information on it. It's badass. Okay, right now it's for sale for $15, but anyone who's an avatar Rishi or Ascended Master, you guys get that diagram. But you have to go visit the link. That's why I went through all the trouble today to post the links. Because this is what I'm talking about tonight, this diagram. And if you want to follow along, or if you want to get it for your study later, just simply go to my channel's community tab. If you're a Patreon member, just go to the store tab. Doesn't mean you have to buy something if you're an avatar, member. So, but yeah, I just want to make sure. Thank you, Simone K. You're awesome. And there's a lot of chat, and it looks like I'm way behind you guys in my. You guys, okay, we're already getting people with these comments. I just want to say that we're about unity. We're not trying to self-control this information. If you have a different opinion, that's okay. And you can talk about your different opinion. But you guys, as soon as you start being vulgar or disrespectful or hateful or judgmental, is that hard to understand? Judgmental, hateful, rude, whatever. Then we have to mute you or even ban you. Because some people will abuse it over and over again. We have to let those people go. They're obviously not, resonating with this information. And you don't have to. You guys, from the unity point of view, this is not dogma. You don't have to believe. Okay? You're free to have your own idea. And so just we respect your opinion. We ask that you respect ours. I mean, be politeful and friendly in chat, okay? I have 4 moderators, okay? So not much is going to get by, and plus we have a lot of wonderful, beautiful Starseed Indigo children in this community. People awakening to that identity. Thank you guys so much for being here. You're amazing. This is a great time to be alive. In 2024, you're going to see a lot of information coming out of my channel, my platform now. A lot of information. 2023 was freaking unbelievable, you guys. But now 2024, it's going to be double or more. There's going to be so much more intense information coming out. Nicholas M., thank you, Holy One. You're awesome. Appreciate you guys. It's like an exchange of energy. And some of you acknowledge that, recognize that. Guardians of the New 555. Whoa, yeah, baby, what's going on? And usually on Saturdays we like to get lit, and that doesn't affect the information, because some people are going to think that. So thank you for being here, you guys. This is a very strong topic, talking about something so popular. It is a popular topic, so we might get some negative feedback. And you guys, just like I said, you can disagree and be politeful. I'm letting the moderators know that too. They can disagree, but as long as they're rude and disrespectful, there we go. Helena, of course, Helena. What's good? And you like my incense resin? Because when we talk about something that has to do with fallen angels or any type of negative type of energies that we deal with, then we have to, we already have this, and we might just get, have this type of trolling regularly. I don't know how this is happening, because it says this person's hidden from the channel. Or maybe we're just seeing it, I don't know. But anyways. So, consider the Anunnaki and the Reptilians as competing gangsters. Whoa. They're both bad guys. They're both wicked. They've done atrocities. If you want to know more about that, what's this called? This stuff. Now, they were created a long time ago, right? The Omicrons and the Annu Elohim. But they started falling 250 billion years ago. So they all got along, you guys, for 700 plus billion years. 750 billion years, they got along. Everyone was blessed and serving the law of one, connected to God, connectedly, like a direct understanding, a direct awareness of the one. So, they were created 950 billion years ago, but they fell. The first ones to start like you get in a fight with someone, who threw the first punch? The ones who threw the first punch were the Annu Elohim. Okay, but the dragons, they're called the Omicrons. They're not angels either. They're not angels themselves. Okay, they were also creating havoc, but the Anunnaki went on a murder spree. No, the Annu Elohim. I keep getting the names. Annu Elohim went on a murder spree. They were like bloodthirsty. This is described in this way by the Yasha Ashana, and also the teachings. They were on a blood spree, and they were conquering worlds, planets, races, genocide, whatever they wanted. And then the Omicrons weren't much better. Okay? They're competing gangsters, competing fallen angelics. Remember at the beginning, this is not coming from religion. The ideas in a religion about angels, fallen angels and angels, is so twisted, you guys. So just understand, angels, fallen angels, are multi-dimensional extraterrestrials. Not servants of God or servants of this or that, or they can't do this, they can do that. It's ridiculous. Okay? These are powerful beings called dark avatars. Remember that high level of density matter, higher level of identity. This fallen angelic Annu Elohim created fallen angelic race, the Anunnaki. Go figure. If a blessed race created another race, it would be blessed at the beginning. Has free will. It can mess up. But just understand, the people saying Anunnaki are good, are there... I'll complete this sentence. The Annu Elohim fallen angelic race created a fallen angelic race. The Anunnaki. Now, did all of them stay dark? No. And that's described as... the capacity for a fallen angel to become good is involving a host matrix agreement, a redemption contract. This is where they approach the guardians and say, we want to serve the law of one again. They're probably, you got to realize, this is the hierarchy of a fallen angel system. All the dark ones are abusing even their own down at the low level. So some of these low level ones say, F this. They want to get out of that shit, right? Excuse my language. They want to get out of that. They change. They want to get out of the phantom matrix. They're stuck in the phantom matrix unless they do a host matrix, a redemption contract with the Melchizedek Cloister Emerald Order. Specifically, there's indigo children who are serving some of that. Indigo type 3s, because there's type 2s and type 1s. But the indigo type 3s are doing a host matrix on Earth. That means they have two souls in one. The Orifim soul, their soul, and this is particularly the Nephilim Anunnaki. I'm on top of this with you guys. This person will just get tired of creating accounts, because that's what they're going to do. They're going to lose all their accounts and whatever. So, yeah, this is, I didn't light my incense. Let me get that going. And I'm using frankincense resin. Did you notice there's no sticks, incense? Resins from trees. Is stick incense from a tree? No. It's chemical and fragrance, not the real energy. Machiwa. And along with incense, You also do your Maharic shield or whatever plasma body or technique that you want to use from the Christos. And also prayers, and I don't mean prayers as in subservience, blind worship prayers. It's communication, a dialogue, an intention towards the higher guardians. Whoever, I prefer the Elohai. I feel myself working with the Emerald Order Elohai. And I know some of you do too as well. And according to Ashiana herself, our teacher, and also the Emerald Order, teachings, if you resonate with this information, more than likely, you're coming out of this matrix, coming out of the Guardian Alliance. Okay, that's a lower version of itself. The higher version is the Interdimensional Association of Free Worlds. That has 25 billion star leagues. Out of 25 billion, every one of those, out of the 25 billion, is a whole nother planet, a whole nother race. So that's 25 different races, 25 billion different races that are part of the Guardian Alliance, the Emerald Order. Law of One, serving God, pro-human, pro-earth. Fallen angels, your precious Anunnaki that some of you are worshiping, they're against life. They're against humans. They're against Earth. They want to conquer Earth. And their end goal is pulse shift and wiping all of the humans out. Or just keeping some of them as pets, slaves. So, get some amber. Ooh, baby. This is high grade. Get some Palo Santo, because why not? You know how they smell the cigar? I just need a piece. And a piece of dragon's blood. Machiwa. I got a smaller piece here. Well, actually, it's a big piece. And that's okay. If you don't have incense, shake something. And put intention and use visualization. You ever been to those drum circles, baby? What's up? Oh, yes. Cleanse and purify, baby. We got another one? We'll do this all night. And that's okay with me. Chicas, you're doing, oops. So, here we go. Thank you guys for your patience with those trolls. This channel gets trolls, and that's the way it is. We just deal with it. We just transmute the shit. And we're transmuting our energies and our space. Wherever you are, transmute it. If you're burning this much smoke, make sure you temporarily turn off your fire detectors. Otherwise, just do that outside. You want to smudge yourself. Fumigate yourself. It's like Snoop Dogg walking out of a car, all this smoke. Well, this is a different kind of smoke. Machiwa. Yeah, we might as well get lit. And I throughout the week, I don't. It's harder for me to sleep without it, but I usually go to bed around 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm working all the time, man. Shit. People don't really probably get that part. I think what's going on is that light is being blocked by my microphone. But I don't want to move the microphone, so let me just move this. Excuse me. So this is about energy. This is about consciousness, and cannabis expands your chakra. If you know anything about your chakra, now it doesn't mean it helps you ascend. That's not what I'm saying, because some people have accused me of that. But it helps you reach your fourth dimensional self better, your fifth dimensional self better, your sixth dimensional self better. And I'm only telling you this because I've experienced it. All the haters telling me a bunch of other bullshit that it's bad for you. Well, I'm not experiencing what you're saying, homie. It's bullshit. You don't haven't explored your consciousness, right? So the fallen angelic Anunnaki Annu Elohim Anunnaki are coming from originally Abion, a planet in the Lyra star system, and Abion was destroyed because they were trying to destroy Stargate 11, and Armatena was destroyed because they were trying to destroy Stargate 12. Now the Guardians, it took them, it sounds ridiculous, but it took them 1,000,000 years to fix this. To fix a universal Stargate. It took them 1,000,000 years, and that's why that's when they went on a killing spree. And there's some technical issues about doing that. When you destroy a universal Stargate, you guys have to understand the Stargates are connected to your DNA. If you have 12 strands of DNA and they destroyed a Stargate 12, you just lost your 12 strand. Until the Guardians have fixed it, So, there's something that happened to these beings. You said, okay, so they got along for 700 billion years. Why did they stop serving the law of one? We'll talk about that right now. Chikasma, psychic vision, psychic energies, connect to herself. Love, joy, peace. Whatever intention you want to transmit. This is a palm chakra. These are fingertip chakras. Learn how to use your energies. Become aware of your energies. Anything that has so many different properties of healing, like cannabis does, who's been healed by cannabis? Either a cream, a butter, a flower, or whatever. And then people want to demonize it, of course. And if you're one of my sisters or brothers, Starseed brothers, sisters, and saying some other nonsense, hello, did you forget about the law of one? Did you forget about unity consciousness and Christ consciousness? Thank you. If you see one of your brothers and sisters doing something you don't think is right, you stay quiet. You don't say anything. You don't judge them. That's what these alien Anunnaki are doing. They're judgers. You're actually learning judgment from their system. We got another one, huh? The judgment. Jehovah and Anunnaki. Well, they only made one message. If there's a whole bunch of the spams. So, it is truly ancient. And this war from 250 billion years ago was actually way before we were created. We were created 560 million years ago. Not by the freaking Anunnaki coming from the fallen angelic Illuminati Zachariah Sentient. the same BS coming out of these Sumerians, Babylonians, Assyrians worshiping them as gods. Because they told them they're your gods. Just like they're telling you through Zechariah they're your gods. And for some of you who are Negroes and Latinos, supposedly it created you, the Anunnaki. You understand the bullshit. You understand, we mentioned the genetic hybridization. That is where the skin tones came from. Do you think it's normal for a planet to have different skin tones and different races? You guys, this is proof, but you won't accept it, that logic, I guess, that there is different races on your planet. The skin tones are coming from the starseeds. The skin tones are from other worlds. All of you are extraterrestrials, hybrids. A super race, actually. In the making, that's important to say. You're a super race in the making. Remember the genetic hybridization? Well, they started with strand 1. Strand through 2 races. It took 2 races to create strand 1 of our DNA template out of 12. Strand 1 out of 12 were created by the Polarians and the Hyperbornians. They created strand 2. In come the Lemurians, your sacral chakra, the second dimension, the time of Lemuria. You lived in this time period, Holy Ones. You reincarnate here, and this is part of the genetic hybridization. You go to the stargates, or the morphogenetic field, and you're using stargates to reincarnate. You're not in some heaven, you're not in some hell, you're in some temporary energetic state called your morphogenetic field. Okay? So while we came in here and started living here as the Lemurians, we were creating strand 2. And then we were coming in later to create, as the Atlanteans, the next race, the 4th race by now, you know, Polarians, Hyperbornians, Lemurians, Atlanteans. 4 races already, and they're creating strand 4. Let me see. Polarians, Hyperbornians, Lemurians, Atlanteans, and Aryans are creating strand 4. Sorry, I jumped ahead. But the Atlanteans were doing... Okay, now there's these first 5 races. Hello. Lemurians are getting their brown skin from their starseed, called the Antrians. And so, let me ban someone real quick, no problem. So the Lemurians brought this from the stars, man. I mean, they got it from the starseed race, or Antrians. So, then the next race, the Atlanteans, brought the red skin race. But you have these different starseeds, they all lived on the planet before together. A long freaking time ago. And so they were intermixing. This is why this planet has so many different skin tones and races. Because we're different races from the stars mixing with each other on planet Earth in this genetic hybridization. And in come the reptilians, and in come the Anunnaki at different times. Hey, sometimes they got along just to wipe us out in some region of the planet. In our full history, not your little tiny history, the scientists and your religious people are not talking about Atlantis, homie. Oh, it's just a superstition. It's just a myth. You guys, it is forbidden knowledge. This is what the Guardians call it. I'm not giving a shout out to Billy Carson. I just thought I better say that because this is that's called in Ashiana's work. The Voyagers, the Guardians call it forbidden knowledge because we know. Oh my gosh. Because I've called him the Dark Nile before. Forbidden knowledge for the Illuminati. Forbidden knowledge, Christos, Ashana. Emerald Order for life, homies. What's up? I didn't mean to do that. I don't know what that was. Peace. It's one of those martial art moves too, where you flick your wrist. I think that's why I'm used to doing that, because I used to practice this martial arts. Let's see. I was way into Jeet Kune Do, and I was into Aikido, and I didn't get high, but I was like walking, and I was doing this in high school, and so that's what I was into when I was young. Bruce Lee's technique, Jeet Kune Do, it uses a lot of whipping, like a towel. Imagine a towel, but you're doing that with your fist or your foot. Jeet Kune Do. And it was so funny because I've seen an interview with Chuck Norris. He truly believes he could kick Bruce Lee's ass. And he says that he calls Bruce Lee an actor. He doesn't consider him some master martial artist. Bullshit, Chuck. I like you, brother, but I don't think so. I don't know where that came from, but yeah, I guess because I started talking about martial arts, but I used to have his poster and everything, his books. I wanted to know what his martial art was, and it's no martial art. It's like not labeling it. It's something about Jeet Kune Do. It has something to do with your fist and your... So anyways, but yeah, this drama on our planet, man, it's like coming from an extraterrestrial thing. While we think about the Illuminati as being the most powerful, realize, yeah, they're powerful, but they're little bitches for the extraterrestrials. They're here by their graces. They created you, man. Oh, they want to act like they're special people. Oh, yeah, you're special, all right. You're part of that freaking Chikasma, Annu Elohim. Or Omicron, Draconian, Drakon. Representing their creeds, man. Their anti-human creeds. Oh, wow, you don't think so? Your religions, your holy books are all about what? What we call the false creeds. You're all about fear. False creed. Guilt. False creed. Shame. False creed. Judgment. Definitely false creed. Put down women. Oh, okay. Definitely. You don't put down women. Women are just as equal as you, man. You're not better than the woman, man. You understand your consciousness, where it's at? You're lost. You're confused. You forgot God. You think God's about fear, false creed. You think it's about judgment, put down women. Oh, blind worship. Just blindly. Remember faith? Just blindly worship this being and understand it as your creator. Just faith. Blind worship. And the guardians don't, look how they abuse animals in the mineral kingdom. This is actually one of the creeds. One of your false creeds. We don't treat animals like this as lower creatures. Everything is God. Why would you do that? Treat your dog or your cat, abuse it, smack it around. Oh, maybe smack around your kids. What the F kind of consciousness are you? Take a good look at yourself, Holy One. So light has to expose darkness. You came here, Holy. You were from the sixth dimension. Third eye, the indigo ray, and New Agers who think it's this. No. You get the color wrong, you get the spectrum wrong. What's up? No, it's not purple. It's not purple. It's not violet. This is indigo. Blue, indigo, violet. Like a blue violet. Take blue and take violet and put them together. You get indigo. A bluish, purplish color. Not anything else. Indigo. It's indigo. Get the spectrum right, holy ones. There's a difference between blue and indigo. There's a difference between indigo and violet. Colors matter in this regard. Because realize the throat chakra is blue, right? The fifth one. Indigo, blue, green. But there's also a dark blue chakra, but they call it officially, well, it's in the Kathar's PDF as blue-black. I don't know why. It's kind of funny to say blue-black. You could just say dark blue. It's more logical. I am transparent though. I'll tell you both ways. Just like Ashiana will say cloister, your brother Thavian calls it starseed. And Iasha and calls it Brenua, and I call it Solar Rishi. But they're known, even in Voyagers, it says they're called different names. They have a different names. Maybe coming from different places or whatever, but it's been historical now, so now it's part of its name. Does that make sense? So 250 billion years ago, let's go back to that real quick. This is when the war started between the fallen angelic, okay, Annu Elohim, 11th dimensional dark avatar. Remember, fallen angels can't go beyond the 11th dimension. That is holy, that is sacred, that is law of one, that is connection to God, connection to life, life force. These beings are not. They're from phantom. They're finite beings. They need to feed. Vampire, feeding. They feed off your life force. So you think a vampire sucking your blood is one thing. What do you think a succubus is? It's an entity, a spirit, an alien in another world, multi-dimensional reality field, coming and abusing you against your free will. What are the symptoms again of a succubus? Paralyze, like a black widow, or whatever poisonous creature like a snake. It paralyzes you. Now it's that you're at its mercy, and you know it's got a dark freaking agenda to eat you alive, segregate you, drink you. A succubus is sucking on you, drinking you, your life force. Why? Because your energies are effed up, honey. Or you're just being attacked by darkness. One of the two. What's going on in your life? Check that. Is it good? Wonderful? Then it's sorry, sometimes. Then hello. Positive, love and light. Unconditional love. You guardians don't, tell you what to do. You're God, sovereign, free. They don't tell God what to do because we're all God, a piece of God, just at different levels of itself. God has different levels of itself. It's the nature of the time matrix. There's 15 levels of God. There is going to be distortion in there because this is a original being copied. You're less quality, less frequency vibration. And you're against life. You go backwards when you're against life. When you put beings in fear and shame, like a lot of you in your relationships. Look how you are in your relationships to each other, with supposedly people you love. Hey, if it's a wonderful relationship and it's full of omni-Christos love, that's what we call it, omni-love. Unconditional love. Christ love, not the distorted Christ in that book. There is a Jeshua, okay, but he wasn't sacrificed. Somebody was sacrificed, and it was one of the Anunnaki's children. They sent on a mission to go do this job. There's 3 Christs. 2 of them are fake. There's only one, Christos, representing the Christos. That's not a surname. Okay? His surname, Jeshua's surname, is Melchizedek. And this is the, you know how Ashana calls it the Melchizedek Cloister Emerald Order? Okay? Machiwa. Because this is the starseed, you guys, that's here now. You know how you went through the Atlanteans and then us, the Aryans? Okay, well, they're actually, our starseed is Hebrew, but there's already Melchizedeks here who are higher than them. Higher in DNA. They're 5-strand. Melchizedeks are. Melchizedek, Holy Starseed Indigo Children, you know, the Holy Grail Line. This is why I'm calling you holy. You guys are part of the Holy Grail. Jesus, Jeshua, came out of the Holy Grail. And of course, the fallen angels, which are not coming from the definition from your Bible, they're extraterrestrials against the Christos guardians. Christos, Christ, is about a certain level of when you have your 12th strand finally completed, you become what's called Christed, which means you have the ability to leave the time matrix now, because now you've activated all your consciousness. You're out of the 11th dimension. Remember, that's where the fallen angels are capped. They're stuck at the 11th dimension. They can't go higher without a host matrix. Most of them don't even want to come back, you guys. Let me stress that. Let me stress to you that these beings, many of them know that they could come back to the light, but they don't want to. Don't think they're victims or some shit. They're not going to fall to phantom unless they did some horrible things over and over and over and over again, because it took many lives to keep on falling until they finally found themselves in the phantom universe. Let me show you the diagram. This is the new diagram, you guys, and it's available for my members who are at the Avatar, Rishi, Ascended Master levels for free. If you really want the diagram and you're not that member, then please, you can just, I didn't put it in the link. I should have put it in the link. But it's on the video I made today. So you can get the diagram for $15. So I'm selling it for $15, and I put freaking almost a year, 2 years into that diagram. I mean, not constantly. I mean, I did this in stages. It was very simple, the first one I ever made. And you can see Ashiana's time matrix diagram. It is like just simple. I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm just saying I went through all this myself of all this work, man. We got another troll. Let me ban someone real quick. Yeah, so it's freaking awesome, you guys, and I'm going to show you it right now. Bless you for being here. If you didn't hear everything, I already said a lot about the Anunnaki, but we're not done. I want to show you this diagram. And see, this person even has a name. It's all like Donkey Kong. You see their consciousness. Remember, well, we talked all about the chat, and so people don't get it. So I love you guys. Thank you for being here with me. You're awesome. Wait, I saw a question. Was that a troll? Yeah. Well, they are using some type of app or something that helps them post a bunch of messages in a row, but all it does is make them look like idiots. You know, seriously. They're very disrespectful. They don't care about nobody but themselves. I mean, this is a vampire. So we won't put no more energy into them. Our moderators are just going to, a couple of clicks and they're transmuted. They can become frustrated because they're frustrated consciousness, right? They're not happy in life about something. So I have this diagram. It's called the, let me show you my Photoshop. If it works, I hope. What? It's not showing? It's not showing my Photoshop photo. Let me see if I can change it. What? I got the wrong thing selected. Shit. Well, I should be able to see it. I don't see my Photoshop, you guys. That's so weird. No way. Let me like close Photoshop and then open it back up. I don't know, it's weird. Cause this diagram is fresh off the press. I finished it this morning, and I mean getting it ready for all you. But it's in the members area. You guys just check it out. Much respect to you. You guys don't know how wonderful it is to really learn this information, because it really changes your DNA, you guys. To me, it changed my DNA. It's like, what's up with this? Oh my gosh, my crown feels so strong, you guys. From that medicine, my crown chakra. And lately I've been able to feel strongly my thymus chakra, which is the metagalactic core, your 8th chakra between your throat and your heart is the thymus, the 8th chakra, the gold chakra. And I feel a lot in my throat too, though. This area is on fire usually, so. I don't know why this is happening. Maybe I'll just open another one, guys. Yeah, give me just a few seconds here. Because I was going to show you this freaking diagram. Right? Where's the plus sign? There it is. Display capture? Is it window capture? Window capture, yeah. I guess window capture. What the shit's going on? I don't know. Oh, I got something coming up, huh? Oh, wow. Now there's a bunch of windows. I think I got it, but why? Okay. Oh, voila! Patience, we did it. I think it's showing the bottom. Okay. Let me take this screen out. Sorry I wasn't prepared, but it's okay. We got this diagram open finally. Yeah. So how are you guys? Write it in the comments. I hope you're doing good, baby. I'm grooving you. Yeah. Shit. I'm just trying to fix this stupid bottom, man. Shit. Oh, I don't know why it's messing me up. It's bastard. Anyways, that's cool. Whatever. This is the diagram. 15-dimensional time matrix, and this will help you understand Anunnaki and the reptilians. I just want to verify this is in the live. Yeah, it looks like it's in the live. So, inner God, inner Christ, law of one. All is one, you guys. And that's what this teachings are about. When you have a teaching that teaches hierarchy, that teaches fear, guilt, shame, all this negative stuff, it's not coming from the guardians, man. It's coming from the fallen angels. And so, when we talk about part of the video, name of the video, most humans are in the third dimension, right? third dimension, which is the incarnate level, where you have death, which is not natural, as you will see in higher worlds. It's the personal logos. Okay? Let me refresh the window. Sometimes it doesn't match what I see. Yeah, I gotta keep checking also because of the trolls. So, yeah, this is a journey, man. All these different realities, all these different matter forms, all these different experiences you feel, and one day you'll go out of it. That's what Christed means. You got outside of this. You're able to get outside of this. Maybe you don't want to. Maybe you don't want to go outside this after you go to fight. 15D, maybe you don't want to. Maybe you want to do service and reincarnate down at the bottom or something. I gotta change some windows, sorry. So we talked about the Annu Elohim. We can look at the bottom numbers. The Annu Elohim is way at the top of the 11th dimension. So, but remember, there's no darkness in the 12th dimension. That's where the Christos is. You see? These beings are against these beings. These fallen angels, dark avatars, are against the Christos, against the Christed ones. The ones serving light, the ones serving God. Everything else down here is distortion and shadow. That's why you got all these fallen angels down here. For between the reptilians, Omicrons, we mentioned the Omicrons. Insectoid, dino reptiles, Dragon-Moths. Okay, this is what created the dragons, the reptilians. But they have a brother race, sister race, whatever, the Drakonians. They're at the same level. But these creatures are like gargoyles, reptiles with wings. These are fallen angels, man. They chose with their free will to go against the Christ. And that's why we put that star up at the top part. Okay? The dark avatars are against the Christ. They're lower than Christ. Christ star. There's your Christ star. Pure white star. That's the Christ star. Is a pure white star. Actually, I should have made that pure white, but I didn't think about that. I was just using text color of all these text colored. But anyways, I'll remember that on my next upgrade. Because look, this is the new one. Last version. And I recommend, this is the source. I'm transparent. This is coming from the Freedom Teachings. Emerald Covenant, Emerald Order teachings. Pro-Christ. Here at Christos Avatar, you and our family, Christos Family, literal. We're the Christos, we're the Christ. We're serving Christ. Christ is serving. We're the light. After Christ is all darkness. Falling distorted consciousness. That would include us way down here. We're in a distortion. We're in mortality and death. It's not natural. We're starseeds coming from this level. Most of you. The Indigo Children, they're coming from either this level, density 5, or the Ascended Master level in the Unisai, what we also call the Kirashe. Oh, Kundere. I made a mistake. The Kundere. Non-dimensional. Everything else in the time matrix is dimensionalized. Distortions, copies of copies of copies, from the highest level to the lowest level. I mean, it's not in like this intrinsic value. No, we're not talking about intrinsic value. We're talking about how much consciousness these beings hold compared to these beings. These beings hold a lot more consciousness than these beings. And all the way down to where we are, man. In the third dimension of death and dying, we think it's normal. It's not normal. And this is happening because the fallen angelics, tonight's topic, the Anunnaki, this is the true-blooded Anunnaki, not those ones from Nibiru, from Sirius B. No, Sirius A. And they're competing Omicron Dragon-Moths, who are insectoid, dinoid, dinosaurs, reptiles. And they're the ones who created the Drakons. Drakon. And this race is what creates a hybrid in Earth called Drakos. So you see all the way their family line. They're in the chart for the reptilians on this diagram that I'm selling for $15. Check it out. This is the Omicrons. They created the Drakons. The Drakons created the Drakos, and a few other races. And you can see, you see what the hydrid is made of. Omicron, a Falzance chupacabra. These are animal creatures, mammal creatures, like they're animals from Omicron and Dodecahron planets. They created a hybrid and put it on our planet. This thing's a freaking alien. An alien animal, dude. And the Guardians call it Falzance. Okay? And so this is the mighty Omicron versus the mighty Annu Elohim. They created a children race called the Anunnaki. This is what the Anunnaki are. The original ones from Sirius A, not the ones coming out of Nibiru. It's a different race. They're a cetacean hominid from Sirius A. That means they're part dolphin, part Anunnaki. Part Jehovian. So they created a creature. And the name, the word, and Anunnaki, in a new age, they got some other name, definition for this word. I've even seen it incorrectly, or it's a distortion in the secret space program. Okay? So that distortion goes high. These are dolphin, they call them bipedal dolphin people, man. Let me see if I can show you that. Yeah. This stupid light is bothering me. I gotta turn it off so I can see my computer. I'll just put it down. Face up. I love you guys. Thank you for being here with me. You're awesome. You're awesome, man. These stupid names like lipstick tutorials. Goodbye, transmuted by little alien. Wachiwa Mako. I love you guys. Thank you for being here on this dissertation on these fallen angels, holy ones. And we're having a storm or something. It's really windy outside. So these Anunnaki, they're called Jehovian Anunnaki. Just so you know, there's a difference between the other ones. Oh yeah, this is also where this being called Enoch comes from. He's a bipedal dolphin people. Enoch's an Anunnaki, the original pure ones, not the ones from Nibiru. I gotta keep repeating myself. Then there's the ones they created on our planet. They took one of our ancient Egyptians, which are actually the forbidden knowledge. The forbidden knowledge of what this being is is that it's an ancient Egyptian hybrid with human plus an Anunnaki. In the Bible days, they talk about the Nephilim. But according to, how you got rescued from Noah and all this shit, according to the Guardians, that's a Nibiru history line. The hybrid Anunnakis gave you that. There's some different distortions in many different races. And this is just one of them. Anunnaki are not the only ones. We got some evil dolphins. And this is a big deal. These guys actually look human. The Nephites. There's a whole bunch of information on these Nephites. And another hybrid, exactly a Jehovian plus a Nephilim humanoid, a Morantians. And so we want to talk about the reptilians now, the Omicrons, and their brother race, the gargoyles, winged reptile avian hominids, right? These beings are what you get in your angels and dark angels from. Even the gray aliens are fallen angels, guys. They are not in your best interest. They made agreements with your governments and Illuminati. That's the Guardians called those beings Leviathan. Leviathan is what the Guardians call what these creatures. They're half hybrids. They're hybrid. They're hybrids that was created to be their representatives on Earth. They're not human. So anyone part of that club, guess what? You know their true identity. They're not human. So you don't just have regular gray aliens. You have one that's blue, a Delphi Zeta. There's one that's actually an orange Zeta. I don't see it right now for some reason. Oh yeah, the Karandara is an orange Zeta, created from that Dracos hybrid and an Anunnaki, like Jehovian, and the Zeta Regalian hybrid. Some crazy shit like that. And notice these beings are weird, like insectoids. And they're getting their DNA from this more advanced race called the Zephlihim. And it's the Zephlihim that seeds all these other races of the Zeta families. Zeta Regalians from their Rigel, Orion. So remember, you guys can get this diagram if you like all this information. You can have it for your own. It's valuable, man. It's freaking awesome, and most of it's coming from higher Voyagers, but also from many of her workshops. I mean, I've been a very aggressive student, like trying to get as much information in my, as possible to present this information to you, and true to the teachings, not something from my own spin. Now, we remember it's between the Anunnaki and actually it's mostly our level would be Drakon, the children race, the dragons. So we're dealing with dragons, not actually. I mean, these beings come down here too, and they're the true Dark Lords. They're the true Dark Avatars who created this race to do its bidding. And this is a geneticist too, so they're going to go create all these other creatures. But if you take an Anunnaki races and with the Draconian races, whichever breed, well, you get a hybrid, a mixture. Remember I just said that, between the Jehovian Anunnaki and the dragons. Put together, you're going to get variations. And we'll start with the Necromatons. These are also fallen angels, way in the 11th dimension. They're as high as the Annu Elohim. They are this race, the Necromatons, are feared by both the Anunnaki and the Reptilians. So it's like a third faction. These are three factions, competing fallen angelic races. You can see why the original Anunnaki is not on the same level as these hybrid half-breed Anunnakis, starting with the Marduk Anunnaki. And Marduk, there was a hybrid that created a different breed of Marduks called the Marduk Necromatons. These are the ones that are Luciferian. This is very informative, like a quick study guide, you guys. It's worth $15, and like you would get a book at Amazon or something. And the vampires are an actual, just like you see a succubus sucking off your body and paralyzing you and eating your life force. Well, there's vampires, man. There's serpent dino humanoids. And they're part coming from the Necromaton. These guys are effed up. And there's the Satanic Bible, the Necromaton, necromancy. Oh, by the way, all you people thinking you're channeling Andromeda, you're channeling beetle, reptilian, insectoids, posing as Andromedans. They're called the Andromes. And guess what this is? This freaking wicked being feared by Jehovah Anunnaki and Reptilians is the Necromaton Nephilim, which is Archangel Michael Matrix. And I get a lot of people from the New Age channeling movement don't like this information. Hey, this is not my opinion. Remember the source. This is not my opinion. I gave you source. I'm transparent. This is coming from Voyagers, Cathara, Spiritual Healing, and Sliders, and these teachings that you can check and learn yourself. Just go look for Oceana Dean, Voyagers 1, voila. And here's the lovely Pleiadians you think who visited Billy Myers. This visited Billy Myers is a Luciferian fallen angelic Anunnaki Pleiadian. And they're the pretty little perfect humans. Billy Myers did describe these beautiful blonde girls. He thought they were human girls, human something. I don't know, Pleiadian. Well, he's called them Pleiadians, but they're part. They got to have your DNA. See, your DNA's in the Pleiadians, with the Pleiadians, and the Jehovians. That's what your Bali Mahatma Samyasi beings are. And they made other blondes, but they're not completely human looking though. They're gonna look a little bit reptilian, Anunnaki, but they're still blonde too. And you better believe they made them blonde for a reason, to attract the human to believe in this hybrid, because it's part human. It's not human. Remember, the fallen angels are against Christ, against human, against our planet. They want to roll our planet. They want pole shift and murder all the genocide, all the consciousness. Here's your lovely Inky. People got in a New Age channeling movement got all upset when I was telling them about their precious Inky as being not human, not your creator God, but is actually insectoid reptilian human. Once again, not my opinion. This is not my opinion. This is coming straight from your guardians. Emerald Covenant. Where's the Emerald Covenant? Here's where this information is coming from. Really. It's coming from here. The Akkadic level, the highest level of the creation. Oh wow, that's pretty high. These beings created the Melchizedek cloister. Here we go. Emerald order in the house. Okay, Christ. We serve Christ, not this fallen angels and these dark avatars giving you Yahweh, Jehovah God, angry, pissed off gods. Oh, angry, dark beings telling you they're your God. Holy Elohim? No, unholy. Do you know the atrocities of these feline aquatic apes? Once called the Annu. They didn't want to call themselves Elohai Elohim. They changed their name. That's why there's this little arrow. They changed their name. They changed their name to Annu Elohim. They're against Elohai. They're against... This is your true creator. And that's not something you... No, that's the ones who created the human race. But this is the true creator. And it's God who created for itself a hologram field. This is a hologram. This is levels of frequency vibration. Each level is a specific wavelength. This is science, spiritual science. This is what the Guardians call pale magenta. The 15th dimension is connected to that light spectra. This light spectra is called pale yellow. Not gold, but it's the gold order, but it's actually pale yellow. Elohai, Elohim, pale turquoise. Christ, pure white. Now we start, now this is the spectrums of all the lower chakra. Dark gray, or you could say dark silver. Ashiana calls it in the book gray-black, I think. Excuse me, I gotta just take a drink of water. The 10th dimension is, remember earlier, blue-black. And I will be doing a chakra video soon. Silver. That's in the middle, crossing your third eye. It intersects your third eye. Silver ray. Gold ray. I pointed to where it was on my body earlier. Your thymus. This is your crown. See, these are all part of all humans' DNA. But since you're down here, you're in the third dimension because you've fallen into this level. You're following these fallen angels. You're worshiping fallen angels, man. You're praying to them. You're giving them energy. You're giving them teething too, right? In the churches. Omicrons, these Satanists, they're Satanists, let me see, because their family name is called Satan. That's where you get Satan from. Satan is not coming from earth honey. Satan is coming from Nibiru. Oh, that's the wrong part, sorry. And there's the Luciferian seed race. You take an Inky, which Inky is part of, Thoth is part of this race, and you combine Lucifer, Lolitan, with Satan. So, a reptilian fallen angel hybrid with Anunnaki fallen angel hybrid, plus the Necromaton beetle people we mentioned earlier, you get these three races who created the Amelian race, which is the Luciferian race. The seed race for all these other freaking either Luciferian Marduk Necromatons or Luciferian Inky or the Luciferian Pleiadians. And as I mentioned, I just mentioned that Thoth is coming from this Luciferian line. And there's some creature called Esasani who's like this creature. I like calling them creatures, but shorter apparently, shorter, stockier. So Yeah, lovely conversation. I'll go back to the camera, but I just wanted to introduce you. Oh, let me check the chat real quick. This thing is full of information, you guys. Sorry about the harassment. Okay. There's also in the inner earth. Inner earth's a real place. Here it is in the time spectrum. Like if this was, wait, 4230 AD, inner earth would be around here a little bit in the future. From this beginning point, it's a little bit out here. And it's actually shown on the diagram that you guys can buy a copy of or become a member of on my Patreon. Here we go. Check it out. Inner Earth. It is between this Earth and what the Guardians call parallel Earth. That's where Inner Earth is. It's between those levels of itself. And I even put the information about the inner Earth here. It's 5336 AD. That's what that marker is, 5536 AD. That's in the future from a different universe. They're from the carbon matter immortal universe, where you don't die from a distorted DNA, which we have here. We wouldn't be dying. We also would be immortal. But we have distortions on our actual planet. Kudos to the Jehovah Anunnaki. Because of these beings, we have a distortion in our planet. They actually have the Nibirians working together for this. Sometimes they work together. Sometimes they hated each other. Hey, that's what, honor among thieves, criminals, whatever. So, yeah, I also talk about these starseed tribes, or you call them angelic human tribes. I call them angelic human, or the teachings call them angelic human because that's what you are. You're from an Orifeme race. Angelic race called the Orifeme. This race's DNA created us. Tyranicium. We're the future humans. And yes, we're called angels because we are part angelic and we're serving the law of one in the fifth dimension. Of course, you're going to have some of us evolve into the sixth dimension. This is the violet ray. I'm sorry, indigo ray. My bad. Your indigo ray, which happens to be called celestial level, which is considered angels. You opening your third eye, you're an angel. Not an earth angel, the silly nonsense. You're a Tara angel, if you want to call it that. Or you can just call it yourself a Taran celestial. A Taran celestial. Maybe you're a Taran archetype or inner earth. Remember, inner earth, mostly you're going to be experiencing inner earth in the fourth dimension. So there is some distortion in inner earth, you guys. It's not perfect, but it's definitely a better place it's a much better place than where we are. It's more in the future, man. 5,003 plus years AD. So, but yeah, this is the fallen angelic war. All these beings are out of all these races, they're all fallen angels. They're all against the Christos. They're anti-Christos, against God, against the Christos, against all the guardians, and anything that's 12th dimension and up are guardians. When you keep hearing us say guardians, you go, who's the guardians? It's all these beings, the Christos beings, the name of this channel, Christos avatar beings, with their divine perfect consciousness and body, undistorted, no distortion. This is the original. that you made copies of copies, you know, lower beings, lower worlds, lower time periods, until, you know, what the F is going on, BC. So less consciousness. Now you're an individual. We think that's great. Oh, we're awesome. We're special. We're chosen. Hello, you're experiencing an individual logos, but there's also a collective logos. Machiwa. Okay, I'll take care of some of these. I love you. More trolls, but thank you guys for hanging with us. I'll actually put it back off the camera. What's up? How my homies doing? How you feeling, Vatos? Hope you like some of that. It helps you see, you know, the visualize. Check it out. What's up? You guys can find this link in the community tab on my channel. Just go to my community tab and I give you a link. I'll start putting it on my videos, but for now, for tonight, you know, just you can find it in my community tab. And plus I made a video today about it, so that video also links you directly to where to get it. So, but once again, if you're already Avatar, Rishi, or Ascended Master member, then you get that also for free. It's in the shop tab. On Patreon. I can't do it on YouTube. I don't know how to do it unless I just, well, actually I could do the same thing. So let me put it on YouTube by tomorrow. I thought I did. Oh, I'll do it tonight. And I started getting some salads, you guys. I'm gonna start eating salads with my alkaline electric chili. It's so awesome. I love my chili so much, but sometimes I think I put too many veggies in it. Macias. I love you guys, and I know a lot of this information is probably like tripping you out or whatever, but it's something you can resonate with or not. It's up to you, whether what you want to believe, but this is something you truly want to look into. If you something that draws you to this information, you want to follow up on it, because this is going on now. This is what everything is about. It's about these fallen angels, mostly the fallen Anunnaki, mostly the reptilians, and mostly the necromatons. Those three beings are what this is all about. They're trying to take us over from the inside secretly. It's a secret. It's not in the open. It's happening behind the scenes. And so, and besides the Emerald Covenant, Ashiana Dean, Guardian Alliance teachings, you got something like the Secret Space Program talking about the same shit. Similar. Like another confirmation, another source. They talk about the reptilians, too. They talk about the Anunnaki. But most people are still, I think even Gaia channel is still giving the narrative of Zachariah Ascension. Nobody's talking about the Anunnaki like this. It's coming from this, you would say, source. A lot of this you will find in the, what do you call it, Guardian teachings, starting with the Voyagers. And that gets you started, because it's I think Voyagers 2 is like over 600 pages. So it's a good source of information, you guys. So this is an extraterrestrial thing, a multi-dimensional thing. Remember, this is all a hologram. You saw the hologram. I showed you it. This is all energy structure. And we're energy beings experiencing the illusion of physicality. Because the truth is, nothing is physical. It's simply energy at different frequency bandwidths, different oscillation, vibration. It's so those will create their own separate reality fields where you are resonant there, like we're embodied here in the density 1, third dimension. So we're connecting to that. And this is our experience at this level. But just know that in the hologram, at these different levels, it's all happening simultaneously. It's a matrix of energy. It's how it works here, down here. And so we're just remembering that again. We kind of got our bump on our heads down here. We forgot about all this. You know, it's in our DNA, in our junk DNA. Look that up, you guys. It's a real thing. Scientists, you know, they're distorted. Scientists think it's just our junk. They call it junk. Oh, like you have some junk files, you delete them. You have some junk, you throw it in the garbage. So now you think it's junk. So they labeled it junk. You guys, what they're doing is they're trying to demonize it. Make it look like it's something wrong or bad. So you can now not... Oh, okay, that's been proven wrong. So you haven't gone inside your own Christos. That's a lot of people, I guess. Machiwa. I love you guys. And this affects religion. This affects science. This affects the truth. This affects God. This affects life. It affects, you know, all life on earth. It's a spiritual war and a physical war. It's happening in this timeline. It's happening in other timelines. Remember, they started this 250 billion years ago. And when your consciousness does horrible things like slaughter entire races, you fall into the phantom. Consciousness falls. You have reverse consciousness. You're against life. You take life. It becomes your sustenance. So you also gain power by louche energy. As a vampire, you want to keep anything around you in fear and guilt and shame, put you down, disempower you. You're being disempowered by black magic and sacrifice. Pretty horrible stuff, to be honest. This is coming out of religions, are coming out of you're connected to Nibiru, homies. Our planet is getting affected by Nibiru. Scientifically and spiritually, on different levels. It involves the Guardian races, it involves these reptilian races, it involves the Necromaton races, and it involves the Anunnaki races, and some other races in between. And we're sitting here just talking about, the Illuminati. Hello, it goes off planet. Why do you think they want you to think it's a flat earth? Because now you're not looking outside to other worlds and other beings. Now that doesn't exist. Apparently God doesn't exist either, huh? So we're might have touched some nerves, huh? For some people. You guys, what did I tell you at the very beginning? You don't have to agree with everything I say. And this is not dogma, and I keep pointing it on the diagram. This is not my opinion. This is coming from a huge source of information. And anyways, when you become psychic and you start astral traveling, going out of your body, having past life memories, when you start actually developing yourself, you confirm things. It's not a belief. It's not so now, now you resonate and understand with the teachings. You literally confirm things with your own witnessing. It's like testimony. You will see it. You will know it. It's a knowing, not a belief, not a hope, not a faith. That's a bunch of crock of shit. Damn, you're disempowered, just like that. It's not real, so that's what some people say. They laugh and they say, oh, none of this is real, so it doesn't matter. Hello? Do you understand what consciousness is doing? An ascended master is projecting into like a solar rishi collective. The solar rishi, Brennawa, projects and creates an avatar collective. Projects its consciousness. That being projects its consciousness until you get to our level. We're being projected by higher consciousness. Your higher consciousness. Your multidimensional consciousness, because it's all happening simultaneously. There really isn't past lives, future lives. It's all simultaneous lives. But we do reference time in the hologram because now we can communicate about a different energy somewhere else. At least the understanding at this level. Realize it's all simultaneous time. So Atlantis is happening now. Lemuria is happening now. So, but everything can be affected by the now. Be affected by each other. Everything affects each other because we're all part of the one. The part of the one is all going into some, remember, it's a hologram experience. These beings chose to come down here. They chose to be, distorted. And there's something also actually with the Guardians talk about. Well, this is all part of a long history and battle, because there was something called the 1,000 Years War. There was something really big called the Electric Wars. There was other angelic wars, even something called the Lyran-Syrian Wars, or the Lyran Founders War, because that was the Christos race. One of the Christos races. There's not just one Christos race. Whatever races who are following this law of one and reach the at least 12 strands of DNA, which, remember, none of these fallen angels can do it. They can't become Christed. Remember, they're against Christ, so they don't even want to be Christed. They don't want to be part of this. I will look into this. You guys, I'll research about this, how to stop this from happening. I don't want to ruin your experience like these people do. So, but yeah, it's like a patriarchal system. It's like a war god system. These beings are all about these negative, dark aspects. And so, hello, I showed you on the diagram, Lulatan, Luciferian Anunnaki, Satan, satanic reptilians, inside the Vatican, satanic reptilians, Roman Empire, Roman Emperor, changed your Bible in 325 AD into a satanic, unholy Bible, not a holy Bible. Now it's being controlled by a pissed off, angry God, and does sacrifice. Now your sigil is sacrifice. Your sigil becomes something of death, something of judgment, something it's like you think of even someone doing this with fangs, or like the Black Widow segregating you, or a werewolf, or anything. a dragon serpent creature? Why not an inky creature? You know, it's not a person, it's a whole race. And so they're serpents, lizard, insectoid creatures. And we just, you know, it's scary beings. They have some dark agendas. They actually are part of coalitions with other fallen angelic races. So there's a bunch of different crews running around, and there's rebels, sometimes rebels amongst others. So like even the parallel earth, for example, which I showed on the diagram, parallel earth was taken over, you guys, by the fallen angels. It's funny because first it was taken, it's not funny, but the story is, it's not a story, what I'm saying is what happened to parallel earth is that first the black suns, no, it wasn't the black suns, it was the Bellil suns who took over, which are the Anunnaki. They took over us, our planet, and parallel earth in the year 2000, which was like they're ahead of us, so it was like 1980 something our time. I can't remember the exact year. It's in Voyagers though. And so, and it was like later on after they took over, it was like the reptilians came and took over the planet. So now it was the Drakonians, which are the Zeta Greys, are also part of that faction. So they actually take over parallel Earth, and we're in extraterrestrial martial law. Okay, so that's what we're dealing with there. And, you know, any type of martial law, yeah, we're going to start doing that. Okay. Any type of martial law is going to be terrible. But imagine an extraterrestrial martial law. I mean, that's like, you know, they're Luciferians. Well, these ones are Satanists. That's why the Roman Catholic Church, man, the Vatican, Reptilian. Look at the Pope's audience chamber. Look that up in Google. Pope's audience chamber. Look what does it look like? Reptilian snake. Hello. So these reptilian snakes are part of your holy rituals and ideas and beliefs. Oh, we told you throughout the entire show, Tate Walton. I've told you throughout the whole show that this is not my opinion. This is coming from the Voyagers, the Emerald Covenant Voyagers teachings, also called the Freedom Teachings by Yasha Ashana. There's writings and video workshops all the way from 1998. So I was 28 in 1988. So realize that this was, and I first saw the material, or I met Ashana in 2010. So this is a lifetime of work, you guys. So people can say I'm just making stuff up. We keep on pointing to where the information is coming from. Yeah, and there's also links, Cosmic Dan. Yeah, thank you for that. There's also links. I am him 9. Thank you for being a member, Holy One. Hugh Programmer, what's up, Vatos? What's going on, homies? Yeah. This has been an awesome discussion, you guys. There's so much to talk about. I'll be talking about them again. I think I'm also going to be talking about other stuff too. A lot of information is going to be coming out. So thank you guys for having patience with this and being part of this. And because you are part of this. This is about one person. It's not about one person. It's not about just Oceana or whoever or anyone. It's about all of us. This is all our history line. This is all our identity. And the dark ones are trying to stop us. As you can see, people are trying to stop us. And the message is coming forward. There's archangels and angels incarnated on earth in hybrid bodies. Okay? Because when you take your mother's DNA, your father's DNA, and this indigo child DNA, that's 3 in 1. It's a unique being on the planet. It's a hybrid. So some of you are hybrids. Thank you for those hearts, Holy One. You're so kind. These hybrids are basically a military strategy. It's an extraterrestrial strategy to distort your DNA, and also it's a takeover of the planet. You get their races, you get them in power, hello Illuminati, and you get their people in the office, left side, right side, and or some other source. It's all about this, right? I mean, you just see it in the world, you guys. You see the fallen angels in the world, which is anti-Christos, against Christ, against God, against humans. You can see it, and you better believe they're going to call themselves good guys. These dark beings are telling you they're your God, your creator. And you swallow that, maybe because you didn't think about it, because you just learned about it from your parents when you were just a little kid, and now you're just used to this patriarchy. I remember when I was a little kid, I mean, I love my dad, okay? But he was following this shit, and I'm the king of the castle. I'm man. I'm Tarzan. My mom didn't have that shit. She took all his kids and took care of her, this is what's coming from there. Man of the castle shit mentality, and men just think of women as objects or whatever. I mean, this is just a program, you guys, coming from fallen angelics. Not some holy book. Not mixed truth. Mixed information. It's mixed sources, right? So it's a book of half-truths, and I would even go on to say that it's even what you call less than half. Maybe 10% truth, I don't know. Because when the main principles are how they distort what is God and how they distort what is Christ or Jesus, and all about what is heaven and all about this hell and all about what. So, and also what they're not talking about in that book. Bunch of negative shit and stories, which according to Oceana and the teachings, hello, the teachings, not me, these teachings, they do this. They make these races. I mean religions. They make them. And patriarch, make them sexist. Putting down women is sexist. Hello. You think you're better than a female and you can do whatever the hell you want and think they're lesser or stupider or don't make as much money, or you are pro patriarchy, pro dark avatar. You see what I'm saying? Pro Annu Elohim, pro Anunnaki, pro Lucifer, pro Satan, Lulatan. These are family lines of fallen angels. Up on your planet, homie. Taking over your planet. And you're worshiping them and inviting them, giving them permission. Practicing their sacrifice rituals. Practicing, oh no? What's that sigil on there? You got a sigil on there, don't you? And it has blood and it has pain and torture. Was not Jeshua tortured? And there was lots of blood and suffering. crucifixion. Jeshua was not crucified. Jesus came here to tell us that we're all children of God, and that, and also about ascension, spiritual awakening and ascension, and he used that technology to do his own painless ascension. Rapture, you call it. So, this was an indigo child. The name of tonight's video: Fallen Angels, Annu Elohim Anunnaki, and Omicron, Dragon-Moth, Reptilians, because they're both against us, versus Starseed Indigo Children. So it's like a war in the physical and the spiritual. It's ancient. It's been going on for 250 billion years before we were created. And the Anunnaki were created because the Guardians created us. Okay? On Torah, not this level. The Guardians created us to be the guardian angel. Because it used to be the Azarites. They're the old guard, the old security of the time matrix. They're actually called security. So we have the Azarite security, we have the angel Ternesium humans. Ternesium angelic humans are now watching the gates, guarding the gates. Nations, the Guardian Alliance has 10 million. The Emerald Covenant, they're part of the Emerald Covenant. They're sending out into the world, into the universe, galaxies, the Emerald Covenant. We're sending these teachings, the law of one, all are God. Remember, even at the top of that diagram, it says one God, one spirit, one form, one body. It's all one being, experiencing itself in a spectrum of consciousness at different levels of itself. God wanted levels to experience itself and create. So there we go. All are God. All are one. There's only one spirit. One entity. There's only one. And in a hologram, there can be a dark God, a distorted God. I mean, it's possible. God created this with free will. So with free will, you're going to have suffering. Because with free will, part of God, part of Creator wanted to experience this darkness. These fallen Annu Elohim and the Anunnaki, they're fallen angels, demons, whatever you want to call them, phantom beings who will someday return to Source God through the path of self-destruction. Because nothing ever dies. It simply transmutes, goes into a different form. As soon as your body transmutes, your soul, your consciousness, your spirit is still alive. It's never died. You see, this vessel, this body, this vehicle is not your true identity. Your identity is the spirit, the consciousness that's indwelling this body. Right now, this body is a human being. Okay, eventually this body will be Syrian, Orifeme, Indigo, a cat hominid. Maybe you're a seraphim being with wings, bird wings, angelic, archangelic. You're starting to have your memory return. You're starting to experience beings and well, maybe some of you are experiencing horrible things. We have to be mindful of all this and start to see this grandeur of God. God is great, man. There's so much more to learn about God, Creator. And this information, this knowledge, not mine, not my opinion, not my spin, it's coming from the Emerald Covenant teachings. I keep saying covenant, but Emerald Order. Emerald Order teachings. And you can go download them right now and read them. Okay? And I'm sure Ashana could say it a lot better than I can. She's the teacher, the master teacher. So, speaker one. And so we are part of that family. We're part of that purpose, that mission. Somebody had to come in and speak and remind us. That's all. She's a humble messenger. She calls herself that. It says that even in Voyagers at the intro or whatever, from the author. Translator, a literal translator, getting them from the CDD plates. Remember, these are not from Earth. Oh, there was translations done of that technology discs. They're holographic disc records, CDT plates. That's actually at the beginning of Voyagers 1, or is it Voyagers 2? No, Voyagers 1, I believe. Yeah, CDT plates, Cloister Dora Terra plates. These are holographic disc records. It's technology, off-world, but sometimes it was on the world. These are. Ashiana said she held one in her hand. So this is now adepts, indigo adepts, or people like her. You know, there's something called the priest of Azerline. There's the priest of Mu, which is Lemurians' origin, and the priest of because remember, we're coming from our seeding. This is seeding number 3, started with the Urtites. Okay, so that's where comes from. Means light, children of light. We started this project as a guardian project. It was divine, law of one. So we were children of light, and the Urtites. We had these 12 kingdoms coming from the inner earth. It was the inner earth races who came once it got permission from the Syrian Council it was time, it was ready, it was time to do it. They came out of the inner earth and started creating these civilizations in different parts of the planet. So 12 nations of 12,000. I'm seeing 1111. I've had 1,111 views. Oh my gosh, isn't that incredible? Right there live. And 144. What the hell? There's currently 144 of you. Oh my gosh. 144,000. 12 times 12. As I just saw that. What the shit? 1111, 144. I can't make that up. So, yeah, it was called the Palladorians. And I'll be making a video about this history because the history is going to be a big part of my channel. I'm going to be coming out with this information, you guys, because remember, I've studied a lot of her workshops, so I'm compiling all this information for you and presenting it. It's like instead of getting this simple there's the teachings grew. And so I love, thank you for those hearts, Julian, you're so kind. Yeah, it's just an honor to be part of this. I'm an unofficial teacher of these teachings, not official. But remember, there was a split in the shield, and no one's teaching this stuff publicly. I'm one of the few. I mean, there's a few of us, and so. But Ashiana teaches private, you guys. She doesn't come out in the public. If you want to go to her, she's not going to be making any social media. And also, Lisa Renee is against social media. It's just your brother Thavian saying, hey, you guys need to hear. So I'm putting it out on social media. We have over 300,000 subscribers because I added them all up from the Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. That's awesome. Thank you guys who are members. You help me survive and eat and be alive every day, you're helping me, you guys. Thank you so much. And that's what the Tier 1 membership says. You help me survive. So thank you so much for you being members. And honestly, I'm transparent. I'm like having problems with bills. I apparently don't make enough to pay for everything every month. So it's very difficult. So it's not like I'm like, right? So put things in perspective, right? Thank you guys for your patience. I know we had a lot of trolls tonight, and they'll keep coming. There's 144 again. Still, there's 144 of you. You guys are the 144,000. You're part of it, man. That's your sigil. What's up? What's up? And remember, Inner Earth has been, parts of it has been taken over too. So it's not perfect. You'll have distortions there. As a matter of fact, I saw a lot of distortions with some of the beings that Corey Good reports. Those don't sound like law of one beings to me. Okay? Oh, they talk about the law of one, some of them do, not all of them. So you know there's fallen races from Inner Earth. So, and realize that some of the consciousness in the astral is incarnating in our density. So not all of them is good. There's a lot of negative stuff going on in Taurus too, so it's not perfect either. And so there's still, remember, everything under the 12th dimension, under the Christed level, is distorted, has spiritual war, has fallen angels. So I'll be going for like 10 more minutes, you guys, I believe. So hang out with me for 10 more minutes, all right? This has been a good live, and that I'm so glad that I finally, that was like a project I had to do for a long time, is to finish that diagram. It helps me teach. It helps me explore more concepts. So it's a great teaching tool for me too. But it's a good study, quick link study guide. So, I mean, it takes a while to come into your memory and into your spiritual awakening. It doesn't happen overnight, you guys. This is a journey. That's why we call it a spiritual journey, a spiritual growth, a spiritual awakening, leading to something greater. Now, this is a spiritual war, but it's also a physical war. There really is hybrid aliens. There really is aliens in spaceships. There really is alien underground bases. There's Illuminati underground bases. You know, there's a lot of dark agendas against the human race. You're not free like you think you're free. You're in dominion. You're under a fake choice political system. You are having problems with your finances. You're in debt. You're becoming hated. And so they want the Bible revelations, biblical revelations, to come true. And you're going to help them do it. They get you to visualize the end. They get you to visualize cataclysm. You know, Hollywood movies, they made all these movies so you can start visualizing all the time, reminded all the time that there's a judgment day, there's an end day, there's a cataclysm, something horrible happens, something horrible is going to happen, it's coming, the ending is coming, death is coming, sacrifice and judgment is coming. Oh, you see? You're being conditioned in the movies. How many extinction movies are there? How many post-apocalyptic movies are there? How many zombie movies, vampire movies, monster movies, horror movies, people murdering movies? How many? You know? Thank you, Celine. You're wonderful, sister. Thank you. And thank you, little alien. You're amazing. Thank you, Starman and Indigo Wizard. You guys are heroes. You saved the day. You can see there's no way I could do that by myself. This is a team effort, you guys. All of you chatting leaving your heart and your mind in chat. A lot of you have things to express and say. I love all your ideas and opinions. We're free beings. God's sovereign free. We don't poke fun at each other. We don't judge each other. We don't see, hey, brother smoking, Thavian smoking pot, he sucks, he's bullshit. What? You see what I'm saying? That is not unity. That is not Christ consciousness. We are going beyond these judgments. We're going beyond this fear, beyond putting our ascension into some self-proclaimed archangel, or, which is not an archangel. It's a fallen archangel. Machiwa. Megan Jade, such a cool name. Oh, thank you so much, Holy One, for supporting Christos Avatar. It feels so good to see you guys, it's like I get negative feedback, so it's nice to see your guys' positive feedback. You're our confirmation. Okay? These trolls are just vampires, or just apparently idiots online, sending their bots, or because they can't chat that fast. They throw up 10 messages. This is their consciousness. This is all they have to say. People who, there's people who cuss all the time. I think I used to cuss a lot when I was, in my early days. But there's no point to profanity. I mean, maybe you're trying to be, especially guys, be so cool. You don't want to, everyone at the work job, manly men, they're all cussing and F this and F that. Well, now you're saying F this and F that. Now your wife is, or husband, now your children are saying F this, F that. You can smack them, but, this is like, wow. You don't need profanity. You don't need horror movies. You don't need, we actually want to go do ego work and do some shadow work, not add horror to our life. Okay? And then you realize your political system is effed up, and then you got these strange belief systems and stuff, and dark shit coming out from the Vatican and other religions, and then you're like wondering, what is my religion really good or not? Why is there kids being molested and boys too? Girls, boys, no preference to these dark, chaotic, vampiric, blood-sucking people, creature things, bishops, emperors, kings and queens. You know how sick and twisted most of these kings and queens are. Have you looked at the lives? Treachery. Oh, royalty beings? They call themselves, even the freaking Egyptian pharaohs call themselves, like speakers of God. Only they could connect to God. Only the Pope could connect to God. What the F, you guys? All of you are God. You see the vampire? Do you see the fallen angel? Do you see false creeds? Come on. I'm asking you. Write it in the comments. Do you see it? What's up? You can see it everywhere in this world. You see darkness. You don't see a global awakening. Where is that consciousness? Someone said that message or comment recently. Everybody is awakening. What? Dude, that was weird. I had some what's it called? Paranormal experience right now. Anyways, yeah, that was weird. Sometimes that happens. Hey, everyone. Shades of light. Oh yes, you guys. Not everyone is ascending, but part of Earth is. Okay? There is ascension, just not everywhere. Just not everyone. Not because they're being judged or punished. It's simply because they chose an angry, pissed off God. They chose to judge people. They chose to vampire people. There's narcissists, there's psychopaths, there's Satanists, there's Luciferians, there's fallen, you know, it's anyone following these creeds, false creeds. You see what a person's thoughts and words and actions are. Take a look. You can get an idea which one they're serving in their life. Maybe which one they're serving in their day. Cafe or Keith, sorry, I don't know which one. Thank you so much, Holy Ones. Much respect. Thank you for supporting Crystal's avatar. What's up, you guys? And I know this Anunnaki and reptilian topic is big. And I mean, the dragons are in gargoyle churches. You know, they put gargoyles. You know, those are the Adedicrons, avian reptilians, reptiles with wings. You know, succubus, incubus. This is this dark shit. You know which side it is. You know that they're actually coming from a fallen angelic. So it's like, one second here. I love you guys. You're awesome. Like, seriously, I always can't wait to spend this time with you guys. Tuesdays, I'm here on Tuesdays and Fridays around 6 p.m. Today I was a little bit late, you guys, but I was still trying. I'm sorry, but it's usually 6 to 6:30 maximum. Machiwa! All beautiful souls engaging God's language. Beautiful souls. Akamasato. What's that one song? We can sing a Lyran song. Machiwa. I guess I was it's kind of like they have all kinds of different names for them. I just wanted to read my notes from you. The Phantom, the Fallen, and the Meta-Fallen. Black holes, wormholes, and imploding universes. Polarity. Survival of the fittest. That's what that is. A spectrum. Who's the highest and lowest? It's the survival of the fittest. Dog eat dog, shark eat shark world. And the victimizer game. Lost souls, fallen souls, oversouls, avatars and entities, false creator gods, and energy vampiring races, homie. Earth's shadow world and the galactic meta-human, the wall in time, the phoenix and the falcon, which are ancient black holes, you know, from wormholes, you would call them, from ancient Atlantis. First was the Phoenix wormhole, which is something about Phoenician, but not. But anyways, it's a certain time period, and that why it's called the Phoenix wormhole. But it's an ancient, like 10,000 years ago, they made this I keep saying wormhole. Wormhole. Yeah, wormhole. They made this wormhole, and so remember, that has to do with time, traveling in the future or the past. So this was one that was done in the ancient Atlantis, but they actually used these to help them activate. You see, the Zeta Gray aliens, they tricked our government, the United States government, in the treaty, which was done through the Illuminati families, and they didn't know. These families didn't know that the gray aliens, Zeta Reticuli, or no, that was actually the Zeta Regalians, tricked them. They tricked our, whatever factions you want to call it, but they actually used the Philadelphia experiment, under the guise of invisibility or cloaking technology. But what it really was them opening a wormhole to this Phoenix and Falcon port wormholes. They helped them get a wormhole actually, and it was taken. I mean, it was networked to go to Nibiru, but the Phantom Nibiru. Okay, the Phantom Universe, the Phantom Matrix. That's where a lot of these fallen angelic legions are coming from the Phantom Universe, Hades, Hell, the bottomless pit. Is it real? Not from the religion point of view, but from the consciousness, fallen conscious energy point of view, yes, it's very real. And these list of things are actually what these beings are. What this anti-Christos consciousness takes you to the Phantom Universe. Now it's just been distorted into hell in the religious text. But there's inner earth, or you call it Middle Earth. Interesting. Middle Earth, Lord of the Rings, and related concepts. The inner ecosystems, indigos. Remember that we're called the Syrian blues. The indigos are remember, it's also part of the name of this video, the Indigo Children. The indigos, the Maharaji, which are the blue humans, and the Ayani, which are the Ascended Master Yanis beings. That's what Ashiana is part of. She's part of the Ayani. There's the Oraphim, the Azarites. These are the good guys. The Pallades, the Palladians, the Palladorians, the Starseeds, the Shambhali, which are inner Earth race, and the Ionic Guardian races. So these are the beings who are following Law of One. There was part of our Earth stargates called the Halls of Amenti Stargates and the Cosmic Templar, the Crystal Pylon Temples. We actually had these giant temples or crystal cities in our Earth, and also in our Earth, but they were taken out, and other technology was taken out because we abused those devices. We caused havoc with them. So we weren't responsible. So the Maharaji, which I just mentioned, they took him off the earth. But yeah, also the Flame of Amoria and the Gartha, Shambhala, and Kem-Olata, I can't pronounce that. And the Temple of Kem-Hatea. Oh, this must be Lyran or Egyptian. Holders of the flame, placeholders, gatekeepers, Templar masters, master mentors, and wayshores. The IAFW, which I mentioned earlier, is the Intergalactic Association of Free Worlds. That has 25 billion star leagues. That's a lot of beings, a lot of guardian races. But there's also legions of fallen angels. So, from 1 to 11 dimension is a spiritual war. You're going to find some darkness happening. So here we are experiencing darkness only in the 3rd dimension. You still got to experience it for 8 more dimensions. When you get to the 12th, you'll be free of this war. You'll be inside the blessed state. That's what it is, blessed, really. You're in a blessed state. You're not being affected by any distortion. You want to get to that. Return to that, right? Return to your blessed state. Inside your perfect DNA template. Inside your, because these fallen angels, they're making you turn into goblin creatures. They're making you fall with them. They're taking you down with them into phantom. You're following phantom religions. I mean, I'm not talking to the indigo audience. You guys know that. Of course, you got people into religion who are probably checking some of this information out. Because you gotta imagine some of these religious people must know they got a bad rap for a good reason. there's a lot of negative shit. I mean, talk about holy wars. What kind of war is holy? Right? Killing, which is what? About these phantom beings collecting. War is death. So it creates these phantom loose energy. So war is great for them. They're going to feed off death. And you better believe these same techniques are used in coliseums, concerts, giant football sports stadiums. They're collecting loose energy because you have something satanic at halftime, something Luciferian at halftime, or something in the commercials, or something in anything. It's competition. It's wow, what's going on here? What's going on in your politics? I mean, what's going on with your seeds and your crops? You know, they're damaging everything that's alive and good. They're distorting your food, your air, your water. You're getting all of this toxic teachings. They're like demonic garbage. You know, anti-life, and you're worshiping it. So we're making choices, you guys. You know, when you make these thoughts and beliefs, and you do these actions and speak these words to people, that has consequence, like an energy consequence, not a judgment by some god. You could say you're damning yourself. You could say you put yourself in these circumstances, but you can't get angry at some god and point fingers to the sky and say, you know, what's going on? What's going on is you put yourself. You see, when you incarnate, you're projecting your shit from your previous incarnation. Congratulations or not. What you're thinking now becomes your future experience. So think blessed thoughts so you have a blessed experience. No, you're judging people, you're angry, you're you know, what do you call it, racist? You loosh off of people. You put people in fear, you know, tough guys or women who abuse other women, or, you know, people who abuse kids, people who abuse their pets. Oh my gosh, dude. It almost makes you more angry, right? Because the poor, well, neither one of them can defend themselves, so it's just horrible either way. See, that's a problem when people, you know, women first, men first, or children first. What happened to unity? Men are important, I guess. They're just fodder for the cannon. That's another conversation. But we have this growing masculine, or what do you call, divine feminine, divine male. But don't consider that like a separation. You know, a male and a female are part of a whole, part of the polarity of one being. So, and realize that part of your ascension has to do with your doppelganger. So not just your men, women, you know, you're born as a boy, girl, boy, girl, but you're also doing that whole thing on the parallel earth side, parallel universe side. We have particle universe and anti-particle universe. Part of the hologram. It's part of God's creation. This is how God made it. This is God's intention. This is like a soul or spirit simulation. And the very interesting thing is nothing is physical. It was God's idea to create something that was three-dimensional. And it was a hologram experience. If you go into a hologram, or let's say virtual reality, you like look around and you see space and you know, worlds or rooms, or you're outside in a forest or a mountain, because it makes it look real. Now, it's not real, but according to the secret space program, eventually these whistleblowers say they create this technology. Not only that, they can record dreams. I would love to record my dreams and watch them in the morning. right? If you don't have lucid dreams, you can't remember, I would love to, connect myself and record myself. They can in the future. And so they can also make virtual reality systems where you can't tell it's the difference anymore, that it's real or a simulation. And not only that, you don't have the memory. You have the memory of what you're supposed to have in the simulation. Huh? You see what I'm saying? Anyways, we're awakening our memory. You will have memory flashes. You'll see videos start to play, or movies play in your head. Some of you have already done it. Some of you are opening this heart, this astral chakra, the fourth heart chakra. Apparently, remember, I just made a video about that. 15 signs of ascension awakening. That is actually signs of your fourth strand opening, activating. Your astral, which is what we're meant to do as this time period. We're meant to do that. That was our job. Remember, in this genetic hybridization experiment, it was our job to create the fourth strand of DNA. Polarians, Hyperboreans, strand 1. Lemurians, strand 2. Atlanteans, strand 3. Us, the Aryans, strand 4. It was our job. It's our job to do strand 4. After we're gone, because we will be gone eventually, there will be a new race called the Muvarians. They're going to create the fifth strand. So naturally, they will just walk, they will be in Tara by then. They will be in Tara by the time they get to, but they're not done. They're supposed to get your sixth strand, which is a race after that. So we're like in the middle, We think the past, like the Atlanteans and Lemurians, ancient history, maybe it existed, maybe it didn't. Well, you're going to be like that too. They're going to be looking at you as an ancient past. We're living the past and the future. Wow, it's simultaneous, honey. What's up? I love you guys. You're awesome. I got some cool people. And I know some of you... Oh, it's 144 again. It was 144 again. Look, you guys can check. 144. I could talk for a long time more, but I need to eat food, you guys. And I want to eat some of my alkaline electric chili and some salad. Yeah, baby. What's up? And remember, you guys, this was all... it wasn't my opinion, and it's not dogma. You don't have to agree with the Ashiana Guardian Alliance teachings, Emerald Covenant teachings. You don't have to agree. You could have a different opinion. Bless you and your opinion. That's what unity is about. That's what Christ consciousness is about. And we don't judge in our way. We embrace all beings, divine connection to God. We're all faces of God. We can see an animal, a rock, an insect, a black widow. There's a black widow living next to my washer. I don't bother it. It doesn't bother me. But if it's going to create babies, I'll take her out. No, real. I keep seeing black widows come in the same place. And I already told you the story. I picked them and took them out. But now there's more. Another one came in. Or maybe it's the same one who found her way back. So, anyways, bless you guys. Walk a blessed path. Follow unconditional love. All are one. All are God. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying embrace that. Embrace that path. You guys are blessed. You guys are, remember, your energy in chat is being added to this frequency. We all met in this space. We're all in this energy, and we're enjoying each other's like company. This is our ceremony. This is our time together. Thank you for coming to this time together, you guys. Have a blessed evening wherever you are. Thank you for hanging with us. And I'll be here back on Tuesday around 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And also, you guys, like I said earlier, you can expect a lot more a flow, an ocean of information. I mean, give me some momentum. I'll get my momentum and keep sending all this. It's going to be awesome. Thank you to all of you who are members. I have members on YouTube and Patreon. Thank you to all you supporting this work and this energy, this vibration. You're keeping it alive. Okay, you're part of it. You're part of this. Thank you for being part of that, my members. And consider subscribing, you guys, if you haven't yet, because you can join us on the Discord. You can talk to the other. I don't have to be live. You guys have a Discord to meet now. I mean, that's part of this membership, even for $5, whatever you feel called. You like Celine and some of I don't know who else did it, but shared my link. There's a link to my Etsy down below. You can support this work that way too. And there's also a PayPal donation link as well. And buying the diagram for $15 means you're also supporting Christos Avatar. Thank you guys for being here. You're a great group. I love you, and we have to. One of our code has to be patience. We have to have patience with the trolls. I believe, these type of people will keep on returning. This person has some issues, mental issues. They have no purpose to do this except to cause problems. Come on. And so we have patience with that. That's what I'm saying. Thank you for your patience tonight. And whenever it happens, thank you for your patience. This is new. You can ask the moderators. This only started last week, or the last session. So I'll see you guys. We'll get through it. And these are children, or they're bored. They don't know what's up. I don't know. It doesn't affect us. We just move on. I love you. And thank you all who donated, and there's a few that donated memberships as well. And I hope to see you guys soon. And I think someone recently bought an Oralite, and I sent that out yesterday. So you should get that Monday, I hope. And because you're only in California, so thank you so much for supporting Christos Avatar. You guys are awesome. Yeah, baby. Don't forget that. The Anunnaki and the Reptilians are smothering us. They want to crush us, literally. We ain't having it. There's two timelines. You're going to go with the reptilian timeline, because remember, the Black Sun took over the Bello Sun on parallel Earth. Are you going to go join them? That's the timeline some people are going to follow. Some people are going to repeat Earth. Some people are going to go to the other timeline, Aurora timeline. What's up? What's up? What's up? We're ascending. We're getting our bodies prepared to slide, ascend, to go through that Stargate. What's up, homies? What's up? Hugs. Yeah. Bear hugs. I love you. Jump up and down hugs. That doesn't look right, but jump up and down. I'm watching a new series called what's it called? Lost in Space. And the robot, he goes like this, or the kid does this, and the robot does this. Yes, holy ones. Woohoo! Yes! We got this. You're not alone. The fallen angels are trying to attack you. Not attack you. They're trying to get you in the New Age movement. They're trying to get you in channeling. They're trying to get you from the Galactic Federation. They're trying to get you from Archangel Michael. They're trying to get you from religion. They're trying to get you. Don't let them. Thank you, Oliva. Much respect to you. Welcome to the family. You guys, don't let them. Transmute this energy in your life. And it's peaceful awakening. We do this through consciousness, not weapons and ammunition. That's the dark side. That's what they do. We defend. We're called guardians. We guard Earth's gates. We guard the galaxy and the universe. We took over the post of the old guard called the Azarites. Now it's our time to be guardians. What's up? What's up? Have sweet dreams. Have lucid dreams, homies. Go make love. Go have fun. Watch a comedy. Watch what I like to watch, you know, some type of science fiction. I love science fiction. I guess that's why I'm watching Lost in Space. I'm on season 2, I think. I go through different seasons because when I eat food, I watch something. That's when I'm not working. But I'm still working because I'm getting ideas and information from what I'm interested in watching, right? Namaste, you guys. See you Tuesday on the flip-flop. What's going on? What's going on? I love you guys. Hugs, Helena, Stardust, little alien hugs. My Chihuahua. Hey, hey. I love you guys. Good night. I have to finish it off real quick. I am Christar, right? Yeah. I am Christar. I am Christar. I am Christar. That's a divine intention, you guys. We are bringing in our Christ consciousness. And now say this with me. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. And so it shall be. Blessings to you. And this is a Lyran language. That means extraterrestrial Anahazi Lyran language. Remember, there's a cat hybrid statue called the Great Sphinx. Shaddai Ure Akuntum. Shaddai Ure Akuntum. Shaddai Ure Akuntum. Omni Christos love. Blessings to you all. Guardian Alliance, Emerald Covenant. Washiwa.